be Hispanic, I go by Rafa. Be construction worker, I go by Ralph. Rafito, you know me more than 30 seconds, I go by Raphael. Alright?
Now, an F or a PH?
Either, if you can't pronounce the P, I mean the F, I go by Raphael too. So, either one. Or Ralph. Yeah, my son called me Ralph. Alright, so welcome you guys. Today we're going to be talking about success. 80% of success is showing up. So welcome. You guys could take the time to do anything today, but you are here, and I'm glad for it. Well, I've been in this organization since August. Gabriel introduced me to it. 9 months from now, 9 months ago, you couldn't have me up here. I'm literally nervous, a lot of my words fumbling. I'll probably go sit back on the desk until Gabe can come up here. So, I want to say thank you guys. Well, the first thing I want to talk about is why 95% of us are in poverty and 5% of us are not. Well, 95% of us are in poverty because we own 5% of the wealth. 5% of the wealthiest people own 95% of the wealth. Why is that? Well, it all starts off in high school. When you're in school, most traditional schools have a 3-month vacation. So that's 3, 6, 9, 12. That's 1 year gone in high school. So now you're in high school for 3 years. Within not just the 3 years in high school, you have your other vacations like spring break, winter break. That's about 2 years, 7 months right there. Then from high school, they teach you to go to college, get a degree by a 95%. Somebody with a 95% mindset, keep that in mind. To work for somebody. So you get a degree to work for somebody. Not create, but to work. Now you're working for somebody. 40 years, 40 hours, for 40% of retirement when you retire. Who wants to be in that system? No. All right, well, who's in that system? I'm in that system.
Everybody.
Everybody's in, well, most people. Now, that's because you was being trained by people with a 95% mindset. If Oprah, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, who else? Name some other wealthy people.
Watson from IBM.
Okay, Dale, all these people. If those were our 5 teachers, will any of us be working for anybody?
No.
Nope.
So what is that saying?
Wrong.
Exactly. That means we have to surround ourselves with people with not necessarily as far as external things, but a 5% mindset, somebody that wants to create or be on top of the world. So once you surround yourself with other leaders, guess what? You become a leader by accident. You become a leader by accident. So that's why we're here today to talk to you guys what vehicle we're doing that with. We're doing that, we're training people how to have a 5% mindset with the vehicle of coffee. Well, why coffee? Well, because 90% of Americans drink it. It's an addiction. It's not a luxury, it's a habit. Most people forget to kiss their kids. Nobody will never forget a cup of coffee. Ask any coffee drinker.
That's right.
How many people here take vitamins? Every day. How many people drink coffee? How many people know people that drink coffee?
Everybody.
Alright, so now that's with a 5% mindset. Warren Buffett said, whatever you like to do, make it your hobby. Whatever the masses like to do, make it your business. The guy from Kibbles and Bits, you think he eats dog food?
No way.
No, but he's a multi-billionaire. So something's, the picture's not right here. So, let me introduce you guys to Gabriel Mahi, one of my mentors. Gabriel, actually, I've known Gabriel for 3 years now. 4 years? 4 years, 4 years. I met Gabriel at 24 Hour Fitness. He used to be a lot bigger, by the way. That shirt right there, super muscular. I don't know what happened. I think he was jogging. But I met Gabriel at 24 Hour Fitness. Gabriel came to me a year ago, said, hey man, there's a coffee business. And I said, coffee? And the first thing I thought was, okay, everybody I see in the morning at 24, when I greet them, they smell like coffee. I mean, young and old. It's been before my time, it's gonna be after my time. Before my son, when my son is gone, coffee's always gonna be around. And I literally thought of all of that in those 30 seconds. And I said, Gabe, I'm in. He said, what are you talking about? I said, Gabe, I'm in. I know coffee. I'm pretty much business when it comes to business, but coffee right there is like an eye-opener. But I want to thank, like I said, I always thank Gabe for introducing me to this industry. And everybody give me a round of applause.
Okay, so, like you said, why coffee? Everybody drinks. Everybody knows at least one person that drinks coffee. That one person, I can tell you right now, is around like other coffee drinkers themselves. So, how can we make this into a business? And why is that so significant? Let's look at a basic trend right now. Who here knows Dunkin' Donuts?
Yep.
Okay. What is their logo? Whoa, 2 years ago.
The world runs on Dunkin'.
Dunkin' Donuts. Now, recently, they've changed their logo from a donut to a cup of coffee. And their slogan used to be, America runs on Dunkin' Donuts. Now it is, America runs on Dunkin' Coffee. Has anybody noticed that Subway now sells coffee in the morning?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Subway made a breakfast menu just so they can sell coffee. Why is that so significant? It's about a minute. Macy's. Everybody knew Macy's back about a year or two ago. They were going out of business. It was all over the news. I keep up with the news. Ruben knows that. I keep up with it every single day. Rafael knows that. Now they're no longer in the danger zone. Why? Because they sell coffee inside their building. Coffee saved them from going out of business. McDonald's, this is probably one of the biggest things that people don't even know about. Back in 2008, they were on the verge of going out of business. Who knew that? Nobody.
Did not know.
Nobody knew. What saved them? You guys notice that you don't see the Happy Meals or Mr. Clown anymore? What do you see now?
McCafe.
McCafe. McCafe. There's a reason for that, and here's why. Coffee literally costs pennies. Pennies and salt for dollars. The cheapest coffee you can possibly buy is at 7-Eleven for $1.50, and that's the smallest cup. Starbucks sells it for up to $7. Guess how much money it costs Starbucks to make that $7 drink? Right now, it's less than 30 cents. Think about that. Less than 30 cents. And just sell it for $7 every single day. As a matter of fact, back in 2008, great year for the economy, sold more coffee. Actually, they're the only company who actually was not hurting by the economy. They were they started selling more coffee when the economy was bad than in any other town, simply because when people are stressed, they go into their kitchen and start drinking more coffee, or they start smoking more. Very interesting. So now, Organo Gold, which is the coffee that everybody here is drinking, has been seeing this trend and said, okay, this is a trend that everybody's doing. How can we make it better? And not only that, how can we bring this business opportunity to an individual scale? Allow the individual to actually compete with companies like Starbucks, McDonald's, and everybody else. Well, they came out with a great idea. They got organic coffee infused with an herb that has countless health benefits to it. There's no other coffee on the market like it. And again, idea, who here has a job? Who here likes their job? Right? So, what is it that you want more right now and you lack of? Time? Money? They kind of go hand in hand, right?
Time,
If you had time right now, what would you do? How would you spend it?
live,
Live. If you have a family, what would you want to spend it with? Who would you want to spend it with? Your family. Kids. Or your girlfriend. Or, just some quality time to yourself. Simple as that. So, this is how high school, this is how college trains you to be an employee, to have an employee. And that's like Raphael was saying. We go through high school, we go through college, we work our butts off in college to work our butts off for somebody else for the next 40 years of your life. As a matter of fact, whatever it is that you're doing for the next, if you're 25 years old, whatever it is that you're doing right now, that is what you're going to be doing for the rest of your life. I've been working with computers since I was 18, I'm 28. I'm tired of working with computers, mind you, even though I'm good at it. It's not something I want to do for the next 20 years. I've seen people who are 50 years old doing the exact same things that I am, and it is very concerning to me because I don't want to see myself in the United States still doing the exact same thing. So, you go to college, or you just go to high school, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to show you something. Many of you may be familiar with this. Many of you may not be familiar with this. This is called the money box. This is money, the amount of money you make at your job. This is time. That's time that your employee allows you to work, which determines how much money you make. The lines going up and down, all they represent are weeks, months, and years. And on your first day of work, you're at day one, right here. So you've been working for the company for about a month. Who here knows how much money they're going to make on the next paycheck? More or less. You know that if you work an X amount of time, you make X amount of money. You could be working I know somebody who's been working at Apple for 20 years as a servant. For 20 years, and she still started as a servant, still is a servant. It's not fair. How do you work for a big company like Apple? Dedicate 20 years of your life, I'm assuming not missing a whole lot, not calling in sick, you're a good employee, and you're still where you started 20 years ago. That's what we're trained to do, and we are trained to accept that kind of mentality. I mean, personally, I've been working I work for Sony Electronics, one of the biggest companies on the planet, and I got laid off because their plant went out of business. My ability to work and make money is what has always been determined by somebody else that I don't even know, probably not even in this country. And I'm tired of working now. So, let's say you're working for 24-Hour Fitness. This is the CEO of 24-Hour Fitness, or Volkswagen, use whatever company you want. You got the owner of 24-Hour Fitness. You got the people on the what do they call it, the chairman. You got the accountings, you got the regional managers, you got the supervisors, you got district, and so forth. This is called an organization group. How a business or a company is actually divided. You got your CEO and of course everybody that's below. Mm-hmm. So let me ask you, Raph, where do you think you are on this scale?
Can you point the line going down more? Oh, right there.
Is that all right? A little more?
No, right there.
Right there's about right?
Yeah.
How long have you been working for the company?
5 years?
Have you moved up in any way?
No.
So you're still down here?
Mm-hmm.
5 years, and you're still exactly where you started. I don't know, but to me, that seems like bad business to me, at least for an individual anyway. Some people accept it, some people like it. I personally, that's not good enough for me. I'm sure it's not good enough for you. Now, let me ask you, you sell memberships, correct?
Yeah.
You get a one-time commission, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that it?
That's it.
So, of all the money that's being generated in 24-Hour Fitness, who actually gets the benefit?
CEO.
The CEO. He is the only person in this company that gets to spend their time at a golf course, not have to worry about money, because money I actually, on Monday of this week, I was actually working at the computer shop where I'm working. And I see this gentleman coming with actually that kind of clothes that people wear when they would play golf. And I asked him, hey, so, were you playing golf? I spent all morning playing golf. And I'm thinking to myself, on a Monday? On a Monday? I like to be honest. What is it you do? I'm a retired real estate agent. It took him 30 years to build a business. But he got to the point where he can actually walk away because he has enough property where money is now working for him. The owner of the computer store where I'm working at a couple of weeks ago went on vacation and was very happily walking out the door. And right before he left, he ordered some words to me. Make sure you make me some money while I'm gone. And walked out the door. I was there by myself. I was like, really? Wow. Now, that wasn't a very fun feeling, but I didn't take it personal because I already knew the system. I know that most people would, had this been 5 years ago, I would have been okay with it. So rather than take it personally, I decided, okay, I'm going to take charge of my life and I'm going to direct it to the position where I'm actually going to be satisfied and I'm going to be very happy. So, Organo Gold, the coffee you're drinking right now was presented to me. Organo Gold. I've had the privilege of actually showing people how to take charge of their life. Get out of the 95% mindset, which is right over here. 95% mindset, and show them how to go over to the 5% mindset. It is a proven system. Bill Gates, who here knows Bill Gates? Owner of Microsoft. Basically established the computer industry. When asked if you could go back 30 years ago, would you do it again? He said, no, I would not. I will take a different approach to making money. There's an easier approach to make money because it took him a very long time to be successful and he has some superior bumpy road on it. So, I'm going to show you a system. Money box again. Except it's a little different. You have a line going across from one end to the other. This is time, and this is money. This represents months, weeks, and years. Day one, you start your business in the coffee industry. You're down here, dedicated a whole lot of time, not making a whole lot of money. Like any business. You're just starting, you're trying to get familiar with the industry. Like for most of you guys, you have people like myself, Rafael, and Armando, and Alvin, to basically bring you up to date. What took us several months to learn, you will learn in just a few weeks. A few weeks pass by. You're climbing the ladder. 1 week after the other, 1 month after the other. This is not going to take years. You're going to be to a point where you're way up here, where you're not dedicating a whole lot of time, and you're making a whole lot of money. This is how the 5% is thing. Nobody became wealthy working for somebody, unless they happen to be the nephew of the CEO or something. In which case, you got the opportunity just thrown into your lap. Which, I'm sorry, but I don't know any uncle that owns a big company around. And even if I did, I don't think they'll be fond of me, because I'm sure they have their own sons to take care of. So, how does the 5%er think? Very simple. You join the business. Your organization. This is you. With the 95% system, the owner builds it, and it just goes down, and anybody that's down here will never see the light of day, or in this case, the money. They will always be working for down here, just like Rafael is for the last 5 years, just like anybody here who's been working any job long enough for a year. Or the person that I have has been working on it for 20 years. So, in our organization, in the coffee industry, all you're doing is you're bringing people on board into the business to help them promote and expand the business. That's all you're doing. Very simple. Through the vehicle of coffee. Not something you got to explain to anybody. Or, nobody here will ever turn you down for a cup of coffee. I offered everybody here a cup of coffee. Everybody walked with it. You're building your business now from the top bottom, up on the bottom, up. This is you. This is where we came on board. Money flows both ways. Everybody wins here. Nobody gets left behind. This is how the 5%ers think, and this is how new 5%ers are being made every single day. I don't know about you, but a lot of people say, well, that kind of looks like a pyramid scheme. Well, this is an organizational chart, which is a nice way of saying pyramid. I don't know about you, but what's more of a scheme? The one where you start down here and you'll never move up? Or the one where you start your own business and you have the privilege of helping others do the same thing?
I'll go for B.
I'd rather be plan B than plan A. So when I started this business in August of last year, I actually went through a lot of trials and errors. I went through the last 6 months just researching the coffee industry. What do I need to know? And most importantly, I needed to learn what is the 5%ers, what is it that they're doing that the 95%ers are not doing. Successful people do what unsuccessful people do not do. That is plain, simple philosophy. All you have to do, we're talking about this earlier today, all you do is look at your idol, the person you want to be, the person you picture yourself being in just a very short amount of time. You say, wow, look at him. He has time, he has fame, he has money, he has everything he ever wanted as far as materialistic stuff. What do I have right now? Nothing. And then you start thinking, okay, well, maybe if I start doing what he's doing and stop listening to the people who keep telling me that I have to work for somebody, I'll actually make something of my life. Right? So, and this is what this opportunity is right now. You have the ability to upgrade your lifestyle. Who here doesn't want more money? Who here doesn't want more time? You know? So, successful people do what unsuccessful people do not do. This Organo goal makes it very simple for you to start your own business. Like any business, you got to invest a little, but the return on it is incredible. What company out there, or what employer would actually pay you 8 different ways, all at the same time? Does anybody know one company that'll pay you 8 different, or even 2 different ways? Ruben, you work at a car dealership, correct?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this question. When you sell a car, you can make that one-time commission, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so let's say I bought a car from you. You made that one-time commission. Now, I'm doing a monthly payment on that car. Does Volkswagen say to you, hey, Ruben, you did such a great job for selling that car. Not only are we going to give you a commission, but we're also going to give you a percentage of whatever I pay a month. Don't do that?
No.
If there was a dealership that did that, would you jump on it?
Oh, yes, I definitely would.
How many cars would you sell a month?
Probably 15.
13.
15.
15.
Yeah.
Imagine if you got 5% of that.
And I'll ask him if they're hiring.
Think about that. If a dealership had something like that, who wouldn't jump on it? Ralph, you work at 24-Hour Fitness. Do you get a commission, a percentage off of whatever I pay monthly on
No,
my membership?
no, I do
So you only
not.
get that one-time commission, that's it?
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, everybody starts at minimum wage, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how is that fair? So I'm going to show you 8 different ways the company pays, but I'm only going to show you maybe 3 other ways. Because honestly, everything else will just be extra money for you guys in your pocket. Okay? So, one of the ways you're going to get paid is called a fast track commission. All that is whenever you bring somebody on board into the business to help you expand, the company says, you know what, you did such a great job of bringing somebody on board, and we're going to give you a commission. Not a whole lot, could be 20, could be 80, could be $150. Really depends. But a little bit of money definitely helps. Now, another way the company will pay you, and this is probably the most significant, it's called the dual team commission. You have 2 teams not working against each other, working with each other. Nobody here is working by themselves. You're working for yourself, but not by yourself. That is the great thing about this company. It actually almost forces you to actually work with the people around you, because their success will be your success. Really that simple. So, okay, so you start your business, you bring a couple people on board. Your business is expanding, it grows, and everybody is happy. I'm going to put a happy face. Everybody's happy because they're actually making money. Now let me ask you guys, what could you guys do with an extra $200, $300, $400 right now? Realistically numbers in your first month. $200, $300, $400, $500 right now.
A lot.
Right? Anybody?
A
What
lot.
do you do with a couple of $100? So, what the company does is, whenever somebody comes on board, they gotta actually buy, they actually gotta get a product. So on that first time commission, between everybody else gets accumulated. Okay, so let's say you bring 5 people all at the same time. They each got a couple, a package, they got the product in. Each individual on that side of the team gets added up. So let's say our team did such a great job, and we were very ambitious, that on one side, we accumulated $10,000 worth of first-time sales. Now, it seems like a lot of money, but it's not. And this can easily be done by 2 people, like this. Now, your left team wasn't as ambitious. They made $5,000 on first-time sales. But the company would do say, you know what, you're doing such a great job at expanding our business, we're gonna give you the amount on the lesser team, match it with the high one, and we're gonna give you up to 10% on each side. 10%. That's $1,000 in your pocket that not only you make, but you have everybody make. And all you did was just bring some people on board and expand the business. All you did is, hey, you know what, I got this coffee, you should try it, they like it, hey, I want more. Hey, you know what, you said I can make a business out of it, how can I do it? Let me show you. $1,000 right in your pocket. I could do a lot with $1,000. I'll tell you that right now. Okay, they're on board. This is you right now. You were very ambitious, like I am. This is literally the backbone of the company right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So every single month, because you have a business, what is it you need for your business every single month?
Coffee.
Coffee.
Product.
Like any company right now. My parents own a janitorial service. Every month they gotta order supplies. Otherwise they cannot perform their duties as providing janitorial service. So every single month you got 5 people that you got directly into the business. So another way the company is going to pay you is that every single month, let's say they were ambitious, they were promoting the business, they order $100 worth of product every single month. That's times 5 because you have 5 people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But the company says, you know what, Gabriel, or Raph, or Ruben, or anybody here, you're doing such a great job. Not only did you expand the business, but they're reordering the product. We're going to give you 5% of the 500. Because 100 times 5
It's 25.
$25 in your pocket. Now, it doesn't seem like a whole lot of money, but keep in mind, you didn't do anything to make this money. All they did was order some product the following month, or the month after that. You got a commission out of it because the company is grateful for what you're doing. Okay? So, we taught everybody our philosophy. They're expanding. They're helping other people get out of the 95% mindset. Now you have each one of those individuals now brought in 5 people. You have $100 times 25 people. That is, you get 5% of it. That's $2,500, which 5% of $2,500 is $125 in your pocket. Keep in mind, this is 1 check. This is 2 checks. This is 3 checks. And that's only 2 of the ways that companies pay you. Now it gets better. I'll stop at this line right here, because any further, I think you guys will get the idea. Now each one of those 25 people also brought in 5. This is amazing. There's no other company that does this. Now you have, 100, plus 125 people. That's 12,500, if I'm correct. You get 5% of that. 12.5. 5% of 12,500 is $625 in your pocket. The company say, you know what, guys? You're teaching a philosophy, you're still continuing to expand it. Not only are you expanding, but the people who they brought into the business are doing the same thing. We're gonna give you some more money. 1, 2, 3, 4 ways. That's 4 checks right there right in your pocket. That's only two of the 8 ways this company is going to pay you. Imagine you're making this amount in 3 months. Would you quit your job? This is guaranteed income now. Would you quit your job?
Yeah.
I would. And what would you do with that free time? I'm not saying this is not meant to be a career. It can be. But this will give you the avenue to do whatever it is you want to do. If your monthly budget is $1,000 to pay off a bill on your car, you got that, and then some. Plus the 6 other ways the company is going to pay you. What would you do? Go to college? Start making plans to actually start, be with your girl? Spend more time with your kid? Spend more time with your family? Pursue your education? Pursue your love for photos? For taking photos?
And not worrying about money.
And not worry about money, but the most important is that it's not so much the money, it is the freedom that you will have with this. This is what the 5%ers are doing. This is a proven system, a system that is endorsed by Watson, by Bill Gates, by Warren Buffett. Every single millionaire and billionaire on the planet endorses the system because it works. This allows the people who are under the thumb of corporate America to actually get out of that and actually start having a productive, real productive life. This is the opportunity that's been presented to us. This is the opportunity that was presented to me. Now, the coffee itself has a lot of health benefits. So imagine, you are making money off of helping people financially and physically. What better way to make money? How many here want to help people? We're doing this through the vehicle of coffee. We're doing this through the vehicle of coffee. And remember, you're doing this for yourself and not by yourself. You have everybody's support here. I've been in the business since August of last year. I consider myself to be a very strong member of the organization. I will help anybody who decides to join here. Nobody will get left behind. If you cannot make it for whatever reason, I will back you up. Rafael will back you up. I cannot emphasize the infrastructure that we have built here, the trust that we have built, almost like a family. Remember this right here, because this is the beginning of something that's going to explode. And I'll tell you by summarizing this next sentence. If you know now what you know about Starbucks 10, 20